Today's podcast episode is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. And be sure to add our podcast in the How Did You Hear About Podgo section of the application.
Not many in this can understand. This the podcast to show you who I am. Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling. It can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes.
This is MLW referee Doug Markham, and you're listening to Everything Pro Wrestling with Conrad Cushman.
I wanted to start the stream because last week we didn't get to pay tribute to Tracy Smothers. Error on my part. Just completely forgot to put the graphic up and forgot to mention it. So Tracy Smothers, definitely one of the more underappreciated wrestlers from the past. If you guys remember him, he was in ECW and the FBI. He wrestled in every major promotion at some point in time, whether it was the WWF. He was in the Young Pistols in WCW, FBI and ECW, like I said. He wrestled for Smoky Mountain Wrestling with Jim Cornette. He's been all over the place, so I just wanted to make sure that we paid a tribute to Tracy Smothers and show him some respect. So we're going to just have a moment of silence for a second, and then we're going to get ready to start up the stream for this AEW Dynamite review for the Go Home Show to Full Gear. And I'm glad that you guys are here sticking around with us, so give us one moment.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right, folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, joined today by... He's back.
I ain't gonna do it. What's up?
Derek's back. He's probably going to try and tell you to go get his Derek Order t-shirt. Make sure you show some love. Oh, he's wearing it. Surprise. So make sure you guys cop one. Shout out to D for the design of that as well. So got to give him his props. But we got a lot to talk about here. We're going to talk about AEW Dynamite, November 4th, 2020 review. This is the go home show to AEW Full Gear. I love the fact that they do 4 pay-per-views a year. I think it makes things a lot easier for the wrestling fan just to digest.
Yes. Having more pay-per-views like bunched together, it's like it gets a little overwhelming because then my expectations are high when you have that many shows scheduled. Then AEW. AEW has 4, so it's like, all right, they have more time to build up to this. Whereas WWE, it's like, all right, we got like 15 pay-per-views. Time up, bro. Relax.
The problem is, you're going to get some technically B-list ones,
Exactly. Exactly. All your heart's not into it.
Rob just also wanted to let everybody know all shirts are on sale, 35% off, tpublic.com. I got to get this logo up on What For Apparel. I've been super, super busy with like regular life and then trying to do things for the podcast. So I hope you guys are appreciating a lot of this. I'm just trying to get out and put up everything, man. What's going on, BJ? And speaking of BJ, guys, make sure you are live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be having our AEW Full Gear Roundtable. We're going to have a bunch of guests on. We're going to talk about preview predictions for Full Gear. Not going to want to miss this show, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're just going to be chatting it up. And we're going to have some new people on. So come on in. Join us. Give us your predictions. Join us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
As it says on the shirts.
That's some cult stuff, bro. Chill with that.
Just saying.
And not cult, K-O-L-T. Let's see who we have in the live chat real quick before we get started. We got the Ace. First one in here, as always. Ace, I appreciate you, my brother. I don't think I tell you that enough. So thank you so much. Jesus DeLeon. What's going on, Jesus? Aunt Peggy McDonald. Hello from New York. What is going on, Aunt Peggy? I appreciate you. All right, Aunt Peggy, Aunt Peggy, what do you say? We're going to go with Aunt Peggy.
I think I would say Aunt Peggy.
Auntie.
Yeah,
Aunt Peggy, thank you for joining us, though. I appreciate you. We are also from New York, Buffalo, so thank you for joining us. Look at Jesus is happy you are back. He said, let's effing go. He's putting up the hand in the chat. Connor. What's going on, Connor? Connor, hope things are well with you, my friend. I did get your private message earlier. Thank you for joining us tonight. Rob in the house. BJ, as I said earlier, BJ will be on the roundtable with us tomorrow. So if you guys have never heard BJ from Run the Ropes, you guys are going to want to tune in. He always has some interesting thoughts. And if you guys haven't already, if you guys are enjoying what you're getting from Everything Pro Wrestling, do us a favor, my friends. Hit that subscribe button. Pops up right above your head here. You guys click the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified anytime we go live, click the bell, as you guys can see in the graphic right here. That simple. Everything Pro Wrestling goes live every single Wednesday with an AEW Dynamite review. We are usually live after all pay-per-views. We've been live after Impact, Ring of Honor pay-per-views. We are trying to be up on it because the name is Everything Pro Wrestling. So we're just trying to make these sacrifices and do what we can for you guys. But let's talk about Dynamite, D. Let's talk about it here.
Let's go.
We start off backstage with your boy, Chris Jericho, doing a lot of bragging here about Jake Hager getting another win in MMA, 3-0.
3-0. Hey, nice little shiner, too.
Shit, that was nothing to how he looked after. But he brags about Jake Hager kind of, to say the least. He kind of put down the other guy a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
And then MJF comes up and, he just tells Chris, like, hey, I got to do what I got to do tonight. And Jericho says that he wants to make sure that MJF isn't soft. S-A-W-F-T. Soft. You don't want to be called soft. MJF got pretty offended by this tonight with Wardlow in his corner.
Oh, yeah.
And tonight they had a tag match, as we saw built up from last week. It was Wardlow and MJF versus Sammy Guevara and Ortiz.
The Spanish God.
I knew he was going to wait till I said the name. And Ortiz. Very interesting tag match for two guys who didn't team up with Sammy and Ortiz.
Right, yeah. That was something new. That was very different. Something that no one's used to seeing. But sometimes you got to mix that dynamic up. You can't always have the same kind of tag team. Hence the name, the Inner Circle. You're a whole entire group. So eventually you're going to have to kind of mix that up a little bit. You can't always have the same tag. Because then there people complain like, all right, I know Santana and Ortiz are going to do this. I know Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara are going to do this. You got to change things up every once in a while.
If you're a faction, you should be able to team up with anybody in the faction. So exactly. I was cool with this. Like, no issues whatsoever when it came down to this. Now, here's a note that I have written down immediately in the match. Wardlow got to show off his power in this match, and he was kind of MJF's keeper, making sure he was okay. MJF did not start off this match very well. Wardlow was kind of the focus for his team. Ortiz got to show that he was crazy. And Jericho said, I like that he's crazy. That's why he's in the inner circle. He's got that instinct. Because he said, would you be fighting a man like Wardlow if you weren't crazy?
Right.
I respect it. MJF got to show he was cunning in this. He was distracting the referee, poking people in the eyes, moving around like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then Sammy was the one who was most interesting to me because he kind of worked like a babyface in this match.
Yeah, his movements weren't like his normal movements. You know, he was doing different things. And to see that, I don't want to speculate, but there may be some kind of transition going on there. That's just my opinion.
Right. So basically, I'm with you on that. Sammy was doing a lot of babyface movements, getting cheers from the crowd by his moves. Sammy and MJF square off. They kind of did some flips, and MJF showed off his athleticism. We got a Tower of Doom in this match. Boo. I hate that spot so much. It's just forced, and everyone does it. So not a fan of that.
Too much.
Sammy does a 450 off the top rope onto MJF, who's on the floor, and we see him go up to Serpentico, who has his hand up for a high five, and Sammy gives him the bird. So then heel Sammy comes out, and Serpentico picks up a chair and throws it at his head, only to be revealed as Matt freaking Hardy. So Matt Hardy throws the chair at Sammy. This one was actually protected, so I couldn't be too mad at it.
Right.
He had his hands up the whole time. And he reveals himself as Serpentico, and we see the Salt of the Earth locked in then on Ortiz, and he has nowhere to go but to tap out. And like I said, Wardlow saved MJF in this match, and I think it was prevalent, and I think it's something you need to focus on for their story that's going to happen down the line, I think.
And I think it's going to be Wardlow takes his head out of his you-know-what, starts moving.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. We got Malik Murray asking, do you think MJF is going to take the inner circle from Chris Jericho? Yes, I definitely believe that.
Oh, yeah.
I could clearly just see it happening for the time being. Why not? Why not have him take it over? I think this is going to be like The Rock and Farouk in the Nation of Domination. If you guys weren't fans of that back in the day, that is exactly what happened as well.
And shame on you if you did not ever see that.
It was definitely a dope turn, if you guys ever watch it. But yes, I do think that. And you agree?
I agree. And I have to correct myself because I believe that sentence was a double negative.
Derek, what's up with you in the vocab tonight?
I'm just saying, man.
Jesus said, I agree with Jericho. He was soft, MJF. Chris Maloney says, when do you guys think we'll see AEW use the Cody Rhodes name after today's news? Chris, I think they're going to see... Did you hear about this?
That I did not.
Cody put in for a trademark for his old name, Cody Rhodes, and it looks like WWE pulled the trademark like they didn't want it anymore.
Oh.
So Cody may be able to become Cody Rhodes eventually.
That would be nice. I mean, what are you going to hold on to the name for? It's not going to do you any good.
Nah, sometimes just to keep it away, but they're just burning through money at that point. So I think we will see it, Chris, once it's time and it's the fitting moment to do it. Either way, we all know it's Cody Rhodes. We all call him Cody Rhodes, even if it's by accident. So we know the deal. Hopefully they could just bring it out once it's time. BJ said, I love that Ortiz and Sammy had a unique entrance. None of that tag team 3-ish from 2K games. Yeah, I like that they used the Inner Circle music actually instead of coming out to their own separate themes. Even though I'm a big fan of Sammy's theme. Shout out to Montezi, who does the intro for this podcast. Let's see here. We would be dumb not getting that match and feud to continue. Sammy did great tonight. Ray, what is going on, brother? Hashtag Chop Ray in the house. If you go to a local independent show in the Northeast, you may see Ray interviewing some independent wrestlers. Gotta show him. And shout out to my girl Tiffany as well from Under the Ropes. Gotta show them some love from the No Holds Barred Network. Got you, fam. Let's keep it moving here, D. After the match, MJF is walking up the ramp. Jericho's on commentary. Le Champion is out there to commentate. And MJF spears Jericho out of his chair into the, I don't know what you want to call it, that back banner.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it either.
A piece of shit. So he spears him into it. And we get a separation between them with Wardlow, Hager, and Santana. JR was super hyper about Wardlow and Hager. Like, look at these guys about to get it on, gonna have a house match. Like, he was super into it. And I think that'd be a dope match down the line, but Calm down, JR.
Yeah.
It's about MJF and Jericho here.
But you know what though? I feel like it's the beginning of the end. Not for the Inner Circle, but for Jericho and the Inner Circle. Only because MJF exudes what Chris Jericho was in the beginning.
Perhaps. Now, Jericho smiled after this interaction. I think he likes that MJF is being ferocious, ruthless.
Yes.
It seems like it's working. BJ, I'm going to give him credit for this right now because I did not hear this. He said Jericho did slip a Cody Rhodes tonight during Cody's entrance. Thought that was weird. Hey, let it rock. Sammy got payback on Matt Hardy before. Ace, you're jumping ahead, bro. Jumping ahead, guys. We're going to go in order, I promise you. We'll get into that, how Sammy gets payback later. They run down the card afterwards tonight, and then we see Tony Schiavone backstage sitting down with Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega talked about he could have had an easy way to the finals in this tournament. He said he fought in replacement matches. Anybody else could have said, let me get a bye. He said Tony Khan runs sports with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He talks about him being in the Premier League. And he said, what would happen if another team couldn't compete? You would get a bye. Right. And he said, I did not ask for a bye. But Tony Schiavone did say, well, you had replacements. He was supposed to face Joey Janela. Sonny Kiss was entered in. He was supposed to face Rey Fenix. And Pentagon ended up substituting in. Yeah, Kenny to me in this came off as a disgenuine douchebag a little bit. That's how I took it. I don't know how you felt about it.
No,
but
the way his delivery was very douchebaggery. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like, so here's one thing I noticed from it. Sorry, I'm looking at the notes here. He used a word like he's won the tournament. Like, he already makes it sound like he has won the entire thing. Douche. Just note that little thing that he said there. And then he also said he thought Wardlow would win against Hangman Page. Just peep the little things he's saying in there. Everyone may still think like, oh, Kenny's this great guy. He's a baby face. And I'm like, no. He was definitely being a jerk off in this promo. Just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, you throwing some low blow shots there, man.
Of course. BJ said JR got that Big E vibe, wants to see some big meaty men slapping meat. Peace. Probably does, though. JR's always been a hoss fighter type of dude. Yeah. Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Terry Gordy locking up. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just saying that JR just seemed like he was clearly focused on something different than what we should have been focused on.
Right, yeah. Well, you know JR goes off on a tangent, and so...
Right.
That's JR, man.
By God. Trent is coming out next. He is in the second match of the night. Trent with Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy taking on Miro with Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford.
Kip Sabian.
Chill, bro. This is Miro's singles debut.
Youngest dad bod in America.
Now, disrespect. Miro, I did not know this, was Trent's... I don't know what's the proper terminology here. They call them young boys in Japan. Basically, you are the gopher, to use not a nice term, for a wrestler. So you will go get them water. You will carry my bags into the arena for me. It's kind of like paying your dues in the wrestling business. And they said that Miro was Trent's young boy, which was very weird. This match was a pretty simple story here. We had in it some fighting. Chuck beat the hell out of Kip Sabian. I must have missed what happened, but all I saw was Kip Sabian's body go flying towards the entranceway, and he just started fighting him. Then we get Penelope Ford and Orange Cassidy getting into it. She slaps Orange across the face, knocks his glasses off. He takes her little kitty cat glasses right off her face, like, boom. Puts them on. Weird little cat glasses, hands in the pocket. And all of a sudden, the Dark Order showed up. John Silver gives him a pump kick to the face like he was Steve Blackman. Down goes Orange. He takes a beat down. The Dark Order gets booted out. There's so much shit going on in all of this. Way too much. And, yo, that man's a bounty hunter. You better leave that man alone, bro. Have us hog-tied somewhere in Pennsylvania. Chill out.
Oh, why gotta be Pennsylvania, bro?
That's where he's from. Mad rude, bro. He's from Allentown, Pennsylvania. I swear, Steve Blackman. Look it up.
Explains a lot.
Peace. Rusev hits the Machka kick. I don't know if that's what it's called anymore.
I'm calling it that.
He locks in the game over, which is the camel clutch, break back, make humble. Shout out to Iron Sheik. And Trent has no choice but to tap out. This was a fun match, I thought, though. Trent usually delivers in the singles matches. Miro, something different here. How do you feel about Miro since he's come in?
I'm excited. Miro.
Are you disappointed that like he's not in the main event right away?
No. I am disappointed as to how they are handling him.
Why so?
I feel like Miro should have forget the best friend thing. You know, being the best friend for Kip Sabian's marriage and all that.
Best man,
whatever. You know. Who wants to be best man to the youngest dad bod in America? So that's neither here nor there. I expected Miro to come in, no questions asked. I'm ripping ass to everybody.
I think this is fine. I think this is kind of like BJ just wrote in the chat. Slow burn on Miro, makes it special later. A said Miro's still undefeated, and Jesus said I thought this match was good. I'm with all three of you guys on that.
I thought it was good too. I mean, I just feel like I was anticipating Miro coming in and just kicking ass. Sorry, that's just how I was looking at it.
Right? Hey, what is going on? We got Beaten Faces in the chat. What's going on, April? Absolutely love her YouTube channel as well. She does a lot of reaction videos, goes to indie events. So if you guys get the chance, make sure you check out her YouTube channel afterwards. Ray said, so tag match probably for the buy-in? I don't think they're going to add it right now, Ray. I think that they have enough matches on the card, but they gave a lot of people shine tonight who won't be on the card later because they're going to get bigger matches on Dynamite going forward. That's how I saw it. Rob said this story is hot trash. Rob, I said this before, though. This is a low-card storyline about video games. Gamer rage kind of playing into it. But you know what I'm saying?
It is.
Video gamers get mad about stuff, and when they broke the video game, I get it. He raged, and listen, it's low card storyline. I get it. I'm not mad at it. It is what it is.
Yeah. I don't like Dad by Kip. Sorry.
What's wrong with people having a dad bod, Derek?
Nothing. I love my dad bod, but.
What?
I love my dad bod.
You know what? When you have a dad bod, sometimes you need to get it cut down right. And you could do that with manscaped.com. And if you use our promo code EPW Show, you guys can save 20%. You can get yourself some Lawnmower 3.0 to clean up that dad bod so that Derek is not trying to dog you like he's doing Kip Sabian right now. We do not support any of this, by the way, on this show. But get yourself the Lawnmower 3.0. You can get the boxers, the foot duster, the ball deodorant. You need to make sure that you're smelling right in these streets, and EPW wants to help you save 20% and get free delivery by using this promo code EPW Show. And with that same promo code, you can go to powerslam.tv, watch some of the best independent wrestling on the planet. Go to powerslam.tv, promo code EPW Show, get 1 month free on your boys, EPW Show, and you guys can check out some great independent wrestling. And last but not least, I have to give a big shout out to my good friends, Everything College Basketball, Josh Burton, bringing you the latest in college hoops. So make sure you guys check them out. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And the same thing goes for my man Jesse in the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Like I said with BJ, he will also be on that roundtable tomorrow talking AEW Full Gear at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live here on YouTube. So make sure you guys check us out for that as well. I'm sorry, Derek. You gave me the perfect segue, and I had to take advantage of that. So,
hey, do what
simple.
You gotta do.
Simple.
Do what you gotta
and
do.
as April would say in the chat, hashtag wash your ass. All right? You can get a shirt, too, that says that from her.
Yep.
So, afterwards, we get into JR and Hangman Page. Hangman Page is drinking. JR thinks it's bourbon, but it's whiskey in the cup. He is overly confident, and JR kind of looks at him, and he just says, "You're not so confident in yourself in this match, are you?" And he says, "No, not really." And he finally comes to the truth with everything. And he's just like, he's nervous, but he says that he knows Kenny Omega better than anybody. He knows the counters to his moves. He knows what he can do. And Paige says that if he can't beat Kenny Omega, well then all he's got is this glass of whiskey. It kind of plays into the him drinking thing again, but it's kind of true. He said he was the only person who really believed in himself that he could be the first AEW champion. And now he thinks that he's ready to get another shot at it. So this is a good storyline in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it goes a lot deeper than what it is, where it is right now. Like, I feel like this is part, I don't want to say part of scratching the surface. I think we've gotten under the 7 layers of the epidermis, and we're like we're getting to the nitty gritty. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel like. We scratched the surface when they first started. Then when the turmoil started between the two, then it's like, all right, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now I feel like we are there, but we still got layers to go.
Right? Hold on here. I gotta go back up because this chat is too funny. Let me see here. Rob said, doesn't make it a good story. Stop hating on that video game storyline. And stop worrying about it so much. Just low card. Just let him, they're getting their footing in. April says, I feel like they're doing everything they can to keep the besties relevant. Tiffany's in the house now, queen of the indies. What's going on, Tiff? BJ said, oh yeah, get yourself ready to see how that segue is put in the round table tomorrow. You set it up, I'll knock it down, brother. You just give me the moment. Ray says, am I finally invited to that round table? Ray, I may try to sneak you on. Let me know. We'll talk in the DMs, brother. I will definitely keep you in mind for the next one. Whatever, we'll talk. Message me at EPW show down below. Let's see here. Tiff says April's gonna need some drinks. She is not ready. She's a big fan of Paige and Kenny Omega. Every anxious millennial cowboy needs a drink to calm the nerves, BJ says.
Very true.
Facts.
Very true.
Let's keep it moving here with this show. We get a video package for FTR and the Young Bucks. They're trying to really hype this match up for its importance. Derek, how do you feel about the pecking order of this right now? Because some people felt like once we got this match, it could main event a pay-per-view. But has it under-delivered? FTR has recently mentioned on like some, I think they were doing radio interviews or something, that they feel disappointed with the storyline. But I think this is a long-term storyline too. It's not just a one and done.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a one and done either, but I can kind of see where they're going with this. Like I feel like the story should have picked up in a different tone. Like keep the same energy, but at the same time, there should have been way more heat than they were just kind of like, feeling each other out, like, hey, you're a jackass. Oh, so are you. You know what I mean? Like,
so you think they were dangling it too much, like dangling the carrot?
And just like, all right, well, here we go. We got this. So you just kind of swipe at it a little bit. Just get it moving a little bit. Have it sway around. No, let's get to it.
I like the tease though. The tease has to be there, and I think it made you wait for it. Like, oh well, when is this gonna happen? When's it gonna happen?
Right. Well, I mean, I like the tease too, but I mean, here you go. You got the Young Bucks who claim to be the best tag team in the world. Then you got FTR who say they are the best tag team in the world. Right. So stop shooting the shit.
You want to see it happen. I think this is going to be a really good match. And I think you could tell a great story that, could lead to some matches on Dynamite, main event matches on Dynamite. Let these guys go out here and just wrestle. Right. It's going to be interesting. I'm interested in this match very much so.
Don't get me wrong. I do feel like this match is going to be good. I just kind of wish they would have upped the speed a little bit. Just a little bit.
Shout out to Queen of the Indie saying smack that likey button. Johnny Hungy. I don't know why I wanted to say that because I saw how many Y's you put in there. BJ said, I feel like they threw too much at this one match, and it cooled off for me because now I'm raising an eyebrow at why it's all happening now. Maybe. Like I said, I'm still interested in this one. I think it's just once it's time, I think I'll be happy. Once it's, you know what I mean? Like, you ever been anticipating Christmas and you're like, you don't care about it, but then when the day comes, or like you're gonna go to a wrestling event and you had a crappy week and you're like, I really don't want to go tomorrow. I don't feel like getting up, doing all that stuff, and then it finally happens. And you're like, yo, I'm ready to go. Thank God I'd had this,
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's one of the last minute flip the switch kind of things. I get it.
Sorry, she said I'm dead. Hopefully the Johnny Hungy thing did not come off bad. Johnny Hungy needs to be a shirt for sure.
Got you, bro.
Yo, chill. No. I don't want John Silver suing us for that.
Man.
You know what? And then here comes like the underrated promo of the night. Team Taz comes out and they're saying, Will Hobbs, when are you ready to join Team Taz? And, shout out to Jericho. Funny moment of the night. Taz comes out and said, you know what I did today? And Jericho in the background on commentary said, put on an orange hat. I laughed at that shit. I don't know why. Taz said that he got blew off by Tony Khan backstage when he was waiting for him. Peace. You need to grow up. He said he got blew off backstage by Tony Khan. Cage is ranked the #1 contender right now in their ranking system. And there's been a lot of complaints about the ranking system since Eddie Kingston's been getting the #1 contender shot. I'm trying to make sense of it for some people, but if you're not going to follow the ranking system...
you kind of asked out on it, so...
Right. So, Cage is ranked #1. Ricky Starks is not ranked. He's won 10 of his last 11 matches, they said. But he's fighting people on Dark. So, I see it. But Taz cuts this great promo about why he doesn't like Darby or Cody. And Taz promises that at the pay-per-view, since FTW, Team Taz, whatever you want to call them, don't have a match, they're going to make their presence felt. And I feel like they may get involved in the TNT Championship match.
That may be true, and I kind of hope they don't, because I definitely want to see a stellar match, but we'll talk about that later.
Jericho's red suit. People were feeling that tonight. I see in the chat. Jericho was a mess tonight, and I love it. Jericho needs to be on commentary more. Ray said he brought the fire tonight.
I think he's leaning more towards that, because he's been on commentary more than he's been wrestling.
Because you got to slow him down at his age. He's got to be used for special matches.
Right, and I feel like that's the way to go. But I just feel like he's leaning more towards it because he's getting way, way more comfortable than he was before.
Right.
Not to say that he was bad, because he wasn't, but it's starting to sound freakishly natural.
Let's see here. BJ says, I like that promo, brought attention to it, so they can start working on it. Hobbs should have been there somewhere, since they mentioned him. I think it's time to push them back into the weekly TV. I can agree with that. Rob says they need to let Starks talk more dude his money. Absolutely. Ricky Starks did a great job on the mic. Absolute Ricky Starks. I won't do that weird hand motion he does because I'm not cool enough to do all that. It looks weird probably. You know how he always does, like, he puts his hand on his head. It's like a Michael Jackson pose he always does. I'm like, what the hell you doing, Ricky?
Oh, yeah.
And let's see here. And Tiff said, I'm all for Jericho on commentary. Malik Murray has a question. Do you think Team Taz reminds you of the Hurt Business? Hell no. I think they're completely different. Taz has his own persona from ECW. That's what I get when I hear him speak on the mic now.
Taz's team reminds me of just like backyard brawlers.
Yeah, they're just here to beat ass. Yeah. I think Ricky Starks is the finesse and Cage is the powerhouse. It's just it's what the team is made up of for right now.
Basically.
Let's talk about some tag team wrestling. BJ just wrote Stroke Daddy in the chat. You know, bro. You know. Private Party with Matt Hardy versus the Young Bucks. Sammy Guevara.
Spanish God.
You've missed saying that. He comes out during the entrance, grabs Matt Hardy, DDTs the shit out of him on the entrance ramp on the way to the ring. Not mad at it at all. During this, the Young Bucks come out for their entrance afterwards. Matt Jackson is selling the leg noticeably. I like the fact that they made a focus that he is continuously selling. Like, even on BTE, he's walking around limping like the whole time. Well done, in my opinion. Queen of the Indies is my boys getting bulked up. They did. They were looking swole. A lot of people were looking swole tonight. Chill. We'll get to your boy in a minute. But this match had a lot of double team moves in here, making it competitive. Reminded me of like a Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express match a little bit.
Yeah. They got some excellent chemistry between these two teams. They know how to go back and forth, especially with a young team.
I'm laughing at Tiffany. Go ahead.
Private Party is a young team who is going up against seasoned vets, and I like the fact that they're giving this young team the spotlight to let them run with them and put on a great match. I'm all for it. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for. I just ask for the people who are there, who have been there, who have seen the spotlight for years, to help coach.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that they did a really good job here. Like I said, Private Party is young in the wrestling game.
Yes.
And I don't mean that with any disrespect. I'm telling you, these guys are really, really good. And if they're having great matches with the Young Bucks now, give it a year or two. I'm telling you, these guys are going to be competing for the championships.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we got a really great competitive match between these two. And listen, the spot where they did like the roll over the back and then they just hit the gin and juice out of nowhere, that shit was dope. I don't care what anyone says. YouTube, flag me. I don't give a damn right now. That shit was dope, bro. It was unbelievable. Tiff, I just saw she said, I love breaking count. I gotta stop looking at the chat when I'm just talking about this stuff. It's a bad habit that I have. The gin and juice though, Matt makes the save for Nick. They trade reversal pins from the spot from the tag team title match, tag team tournament match when they were first crowning the champs. So they're going for the Meltzer driver. It gets reversed into a pinfall. Matt reverses it back like he won the last time they faced each other. Then Marquand reversed it back again, and it was a great spot because the partners kept grabbing the other person. It was a really good spot that like made me believe for something like, yo, is Private Party about to win this and then like be number one contenders?
Right.
Super dope. Afterwards they traded it, but they end up hitting the BTE trigger on Marquand. I really want to know how Kota Ibushi feels about this. He's probably like, oh, wait till I see them. They're definitely getting some strong style New Japan kicks for this. I'm sure Rob would appreciate that for the Young Bucks.
Oh yeah, right. Rob would definitely love that.
So they hit the trigger on Marquand. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. FTR and Tully hit the ring. They are ready to attack, and they try to hurt Matt's leg once again. I think if they do something to Matt's leg, the announcers are selling it like Matt's going to be done, and they're not going to win.
Oh yeah.
Because
he's going to break it.
Because we know at the pay-per-view, if the Young Bucks don't win, they're never going to challenge for the titles again. What the hell is this? Like the new stipulation at Full Gear? Cut this shit out.
Apparently, man. I don't know about that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens with this. If they lose, I'm going to definitely be like jaw dropped. Like I won't even know what to say. Yeah. So Paige comes out and he makes the save. And we haven't seen Paige. If you guys are watching BTE, we usually don't talk about Being the Elite on here. But Being the Elite, they've been kind of, distanced from each other, not talking to each other. And Paige made the save tonight, which was very, very weird.
It was.
I like it, though. I like that he was the one to come out to make the save. He was out there first, and then Kenny follows behind him, and they chase off FTR and Tully. The Bucks are talking shit to them. FTR is talking shit back. I love it. And then, weird, Paige and Omega kind of fist bump, like, oh yeah, we're cool, boom. And then, all of a sudden, Omega kind of turned his back to Paige. He said, hey, turn your ass around. He was like, I'm going to whoop your ass at the pay-per-view. I hope you know that. And they go into it a little bit, and they just exchange words, and Kenny kind of backs off, and they cut to a commercial break. Very interesting, to say the least, when it comes to this.
Layers.
You gonna bust out another word tonight? You said epidermis already, I think, on this podcast. Anything else? Any medical terms you got?
I think I'm good.
Scalpel. Let me see here. Rob said Knox is the worst. He is not a fan of the ref. Let's see here. Bucks and Private Party always keep us on edge. That is a fact, April. It's an EVP pack. Being the Elite has been meh. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it too much this week either. The Elite is okay. Sean Harrington, he said, GD, we won't repeat that. No notification. I rebelled my sub last week. Not sure if it's rebelled is a real word. It is for YouTube purposes, Sean. We'll allow it. BJ said it was heartwarming to see Paige come out for the save after all of this, but that Kenny feud is going to get rough when the Bucks join Kenny in heel mode. BJ, don't show all your cards yet, brother. Save that for tomorrow.
Yeah,
save that for tomorrow. Yes, that is true though. It's going to be quite interesting to see how this breakdown happens amongst these four, because they put on that hell of a good match at Revolution.
They did.
Arguable for tag match of the year, possibly match of the year. I'll save that for the end of the year. Rob, we got to talk about that soon too, brother. So next time you get some free time, that'll probably have to be one of our next conversations. Next, Tony Schiavone's in the ring. And him and Eddie Kingston, he calls out Eddie Kingston first for the Jon Moxley thing. Tony Schiavone almost messed up, but he turned it into such a great thing when he called out Eddie Kingston. Derek called that.
Yep.
We find out Tony Khan said that these two are not allowed to have any physical altercation while they're in the ring. So no punching, no getting buck wild and crazy with it. Get it. Eddie comes in the ring, kicks Tony out immediately. Just straight like, hey, beat it, kick rocks, dog. You're not needed here. And Tony gets out, and Eddie talks about being a sellout and how important it is to him to give the title to his mom and say, this is why you don't have any grandkids. Kind of getting goosebumps talking about it. Like, that shit was a good promo, bro.
It definitely was. Eddie Kingston poured his heart into his side of the promo. That's what you do for a promo.
Yeah, dude. Money. I really love this, and I thought they did a good job with this. Now, afterwards, Eddie talked about selling out, why his mother doesn't have grandkids, and the sacrifices he's made for this business is all about the AEW championship here. And he mentions it later on in the promo that this is the only title in professional wrestling that matters. Love it.
Yes.
I love it. They really made this title feel important. They put a lot of oomph behind this. This is one of the reasons why he's getting this title shot. He's done a great job with this, and they figured out a way to incorporate him back in. Now, Moxley comes out, and he tells you this is why loyalty's a bitch. And he goes into why it sucked to be there for his friends. And Moxley talked about Kingston's mom. He said, I sat across the kitchen table from your mother talking about this and how I said I would always take care of you. He said, maybe I failed as a friend here. And, Kingston got mad. Don't talk about my mother. You don't talk about people's mothers. And they kind of got into it a little bit. But very well done, man. Moxley crushed on this promo, too. These two have been top of the game. Now, listen. People were talking about the Young Bucks and FTR possibly main eventing. These two on the promo game for the past 3 weeks, I'll say. I'm punching my hand if you guys can't hear it in the background. So that means I'm dead ass serious. That is why, bro, that these guys are going to possibly... no, I'm not even going to say possibly. Undoubtedly in my mind, I believe they're going to be the main event of the show. Unless they have some ending that Tony Khan feels will depress people or it's not worth the main event. This is going to be the main event of the show, I think.
I think it has to be. It's just set up, it's under the circumstances that are there. It has to happen as the main event. If it doesn't happen as the main event, like you said, there has to be something astronomical as to why this gets overlooked as a main event. It just can't happen that way.
I don't think it's going to happen. He's always had the world title main event at this point. And let me see here. I'm trying to catch up with people. Yep. A lot of mom talk tonight.
That's what I was saying. Like, what's up with everybody talking about somebody's mom tonight, dude? Like,
where's my girl Sue? That's what I want to know. What's going on, Rockstar? Chris Maloney said Kingston makes you want to buy this pay-per-view. Yeah, man. Kingston definitely. All Out was a disappointment to me. I think we gave it like a B or B minus. I can't remember the exact grade we gave the show. It's in the archives if you guys want to check out what we thought about that. But I will say this. I think that this show has been built better, and I'm very interested in this card versus All Out's card, if that makes sense.
Yeah. By far, this is going to be better than All Out.
Yo, people in the chat really love this promo. Sean Harrington was a fan. April has hard eyes for the promo. Kingston bringing out that Mr. T with the Mother's Day. I remember that, Mr. T. Sean Harrington said, no more Money in the Bank stuff. AEW should be doing their own innovations. Robert, that's an insider joke. Don't be talking about my boy like that. B-Boy Skyline, what's going on, Jordy? Said, dead ass. Yes, I'm still crossing my fingers that Kenny beats Page and forces his title shot right after. Interesting. MJF and Jericho will steal the show, Ace said. Ooh, we're getting a lot of things here. That was disgusting. By the way, if you guys did not hear, Derek's shoulder, was that your shoulder?
It's my shoulder and my chest.
Shoulder and chest just cracked so nastily. If you heard that, buy a shirt for this man so we can get that fixed by a chiropractor. Shit. April said this possibly could be the best pay-per-view of the COVID era for them. I like it. It could. That's a bold prediction, but it could. I could see it. I could see it on paper. I hope we're not hyping this up too much. It could happen. I'm going to keep those expectations
I don't know, bro.
in check.
I got hyped off of just the graphics for it. The graphics look nice. That's like fresh, bro.
Yo, speaking of promos real quick, your boy Pac. They go to Eddie Kingston. Yes. Where's your little British friend? Pac sits his head up like he's in a goddamn horror film in the ring or something, and he cuts a great promo. Derek, the first words out of Derek's mouth, I swear to you about this guy Pac. What did you say?
This is basically the Bray Wyatt of AEW.
Craziness in my mind, but he's not wrong though in a way.
Dude, I mean, like, look at the setup. If you just take the promos by themselves, don't look at the characters. Just take the promos and the delivery that have come out. Like, for instance, Pac's promo when he was standing in the rain. You can't sit there and tell me that promo wasn't freaky to you. You can't say that it wasn't. Like, he's standing in the rain. It's cold. You can see the man's breath. But he's standing in the rain in his wrestling gear talking to you like, I'm about to whoop ass. But excuse me, YouTube, I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
Do you really care about YouTube?
I don't, but I'm just saying.
You definitely curse a lot on here. We had a staff meeting about this. Let me see here. Ray said Pac was very psychological with his promo, and it was great. What about the muscle? That's what I wanted you to talk about.
Dude, yeah, this dude looks like he packed on like 30 pounds while he was on lockdown.
No pun intended.
This man was throwing bricks like... Ugh.
Yo, Tiff's been saying this for a while. She said Pac is coming for the AEW title, she thinks.
Listen, I don't even care about that. I want this man to come back on a rampage and start whooping ass.
Dude, I think he's going to be in phenomenal shape. Bro, he was lifting weights in the promo. It was just
stand like, and it was just ease. Like,
Listen, I'll tell you guys this. I went to the gym today. I am dying. I'm still out of breath from my workout today. Like, it was bad today. It was like all one of those cardio weightlifting ones. Oof. Bro, death was upon me. It was like the 21, drop down 3, 18, 15, 12, 9. Oh, lordy. So Pat coming back like that was motivation, bro.
I mean, and for anybody who can, if you can sit there and say Pac doesn't look like he put on some weight, just go back to the promo where it started. The man's sitting like this. Like, looking like a fucking silverback gorilla.
Peace.
Just saying.
Peace. Swole. Jocelyn in the house. What's going on, Jocelyn? Thank you for joining us tonight. Yes. We got... Tiff says she wants him with the AEW title. Now, Malik Murray has a question. I'm going to give this one to you, Derek. Should Pat go for the AEW championship or the TNT championship?
I think Pac is... I don't want to say Pac is above the TNT.
I feel like he's in that in-between.
Yeah, he's like above TNT, but below the heavyweight title. But I think I don't know. I feel like that's beneath him, the TNT title. Like, I'm not trying to discredit the TNT title.
Cody ain't gonna let you say that. It's the ace belt.
All right, I'll concede to that.
All right, I'll let it rock. We'll leave that where that is then. I finally got a win, so I take these. Red Velvet tonight with Brandy in her corner. Why? If I missed something on Dark last night, or excuse me, was it last night? Yeah, last night was Tuesday. Shit, I don't know what day it is anymore. If I missed something on Dark, let your brother know, man, because I don't know about that. She said, nah, after I give him the AEW title, she is pushing him. We had Red Velvet with Brandy versus Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero. We start off with exactly how I called this, and I'm tired of people, this doesn't make sense with the Butcher and Blade and Allie. Who gives a shit? That was stupid that she went with QT anyway. This was all a setup and a trap from the beginning, in my opinion, for the Natural Nightmares to feud with Butcher and Blade. Yep. The Butcher and the motherfucking Blade, as my man Solid Monster would say. Allie shows up backstage during the promo, and she distracts QT and says all of your credit cards are maxed out. Damn, QT, you tricking like that, bro? You messing up.
And it was a nice little stack.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, but they deserve this ass whooping. If QT maxed out those cards, QT, you definitely deserve this if you let someone max out your cards.
He ain't deserve that trash can shot.
No, that was Dustin. They came with kendo sticks, and then Dustin took the worst unprotected headshot with a trash can lid by Butcher. I'm not messing with that dude. They're from Buffalo. I've seen Butcher in person. That's a big ass dude, bro. Don't be throwing no trash cans in my head like that, man.
Lord.
But they did a good job here with this build up. I'm not going through all of this. So, listen, Red Velvet, I like Red Velvet. I've seen her on Dark. She's got some potential. I think she could be someone you sign later on, but I want to see more still. So, she hits some quick moves. Nyla dominates. Spinning sit-out powerbomb. Picks her head up. Uses Sheeta's running knee. 1, 2, 3. Vicky runs down Velvet on the microphone and Brandy. Why? She's Vicky. I get it. They haven't done a lot to make me care about Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero as a duo.
No, they have been.
This has been poop. I'll say it. Poo-poo.
They haven't been in the spotlight like they should have been. You did all of this to bring Vicky in, and then you're not really using her. So,
well, hopefully they get on the wagon right now for this. They run down everything, and then Vicky says, "Excuse me," in Sheeta's face in Japanese. Sheeta grabbed her by her rope chain around her neck. I think it was a chain. Whatever. She grabbed her by something around her neck, and she was ready to beat her down. Scuffle. Referees get in between. It was okay. They're trying to build this up. Listen, I'm more invested in the NWA women's title matches than this shit. Yeah. I'm not going to front. And I think the problem is, and it's not that I don't like Sheeta, because I do. And it's not that I don't like Nyla Rose, because I do.
I love
the
Sheeta.
problem is that they haven't had any contenders for Sheeta that's worth it.
No.
And they're also using NWA women's talent. Tony's got decisions to make.
Yeah.
Right. We need to get some of these people back, hopefully soon. Ace said Nyla used Sheeta's finisher move tonight to get into Sheeta's head. I like that. Sean Harrington said likely Dark Order versus Nightmare Family and Blood and Guts. Never thought about that.
Listen,
perhaps.
I don't even want to talk about Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts was just ruined. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, listen, Tiff and them were supposed to go to the show. They're probably pissed. I bring that up every week. I don't give a shit. I was supposed to go to the last AEW show before everything got canceled.
Listen, I don't even want to talk about that. Although I do want to point out, though, I feel like it was respectfully disrespectful.
What?
Respectfully disrespectful when Nyla Rose put her in Red Velvet in the powerbomb. I don't know if you noticed. Nyla Rose was on her ballet type shit. When she spun around, she was on her tiptoes.
Twinkle toes.
Like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah. Listen, I love Nyla. Like I said, I just don't care about this match. This is probably one of the matches I'm least interested in. Crazy, right?
There's not enough there. There's not enough there.
And by the way, speaking of the Dark Order, I want to let people know. So, I said Dark Order.
Well, I mean, I am kind of dark.
Peace. We don't do that on this podcast, all right? Everybody gets love. I don't care where you're from, who you are.
No, of course, everybody gets love.
Wrestling community's family here.
Everybody gets love. I love everybody from here to fucking China. I don't care.
But here's my point. John Silver and Orange Cassidy are not the buy-in match anymore. They've been moved to the regular show. But we get an NWA Women's title match. And I'm kind of more interested in seeing this than a rematch with Shida and Nyla Rose because we've been there, done that in a way. But we're going to see Allison Kay challenge Serena Deeb for the NWA title. I want to see that. I'm kind of hyped to see that match.
Yeah, I mean, well, for Nyla and Shida, this is like their 10th go around or something like that. I feel like they've been going around in circles.
Right? Rob says Allison Kay working the pre-show. She'd be a great addition. Big facts. And shout out to Allison Kay for dressing up like Sensational Sherry. She turned, Sensational Sherry, that is, turned some young boys into men that night at SummerSlam 92. At least according to Conrad Thompson, my boy. Gotta give him a shout out. She definitely dressed up like Sensational Sherry from SummerSlam 92 with the white outfit, jeans with the booty cut out with the thong. So I had to give her a props. Yeah, chill, bro. I'll give you the link after for research or whatever you're about to do with this. Tonight, horrible transition and audio issues, I wanted to say, from the tech staff. We got to figure out why we're getting that bad echo in the arena. You guys got to cut that shit immediately so people can hear what's going on, because we missed part of that interview. We also missed the beginning of Kenny Omega and Hangman Page's video package because the audio was messed up and people are talking and shit. So they did not have a good transitional night when it came to that. It's been like that for the past couple weeks. So
you guys got the equipment. Let's just kind of polish it up a little bit. That's all.
Bring it in. So, by the way, Cinderella was used for their promo package between Omega and Page.
Great song.
Don't know what you got. I don't know how much Tony Khan paid for that, but cool. Whatever. I'm not mad at it.
So you're talking about buku dollars for that, bro.
Right? Johnny is over. Really over. No, Jordan. Johnny's hungry. All right? That's what it is. Wait, I just realized what happened to Sky versus Spears. Apparently, there was some type of... pandemic COVID contact for Scorpio Sky, so I guess the match got pulled. That's what I read. I don't know if it was him or Spears. I'm not hopefully violating HIPAA or whatever. That was the rumor that I heard. I don't know if it's true. Someone in the chat, please confirm.
Well, I don't think it's HIPAA if they put it out there. So
right. I got some bold predictions regarding these two women's matches. It's Beyond Full Gear. Should I mention it here or tomorrow? Save it for tomorrow, BJ. Give people a reason to tune in. Let's see here. I hope so.
What time does it start?
Johnny Hungy's in the chat again.
Yo, I'm telling
8
you,
p.m., bro. 8 p.m.
Bro, listen, I'm about to make a logo for that. Johnny Hungy?
Yo, chill, bro.
Bro.
He's going to sue. He's probably already got them made up.
He ain't got nothing made up. He just got the...
No, he definitely has, being John Silver. He knows that he's one of the best parts of being the elite.
Yeah, but he ain't got the Johnny Hungy.
I bet you he does.
Nah.
I bet you he does. Calling it. So... next week, we find out we're getting the following matches. Pentagon versus Phoenix Part 2. The Butcher and the Blade versus the Natural Nightmares. Darby Allin has a promo. He basically takes a skateboard, busts out some doors in some shitty car, and then runs over some dude dressed up like Cody Rhodes. Great spot, by the way, whoever took that bump with the Cody Rhodes mask on.
Yo, he timed that perfectly.
Yeah, that was goddamn. Darby Allin gets to film some cool shit for this, so much respect to him. I really love this. Let's get to the main event. It's John Silver. One more time, why not? Johnny Hungy. Colt Cabana. He had a nice attire tonight with Colt spelled with a K.
Listen.
And then Derek starts singing Korn Beating Me Down from back in the day.
Listen. Colt's outfit was looking kind of sharp, bro. About time. Join the dark side, Brody.
That clap was loud.
Sorry, man. Just
scared me. BJ did confirm Sky was around someone exposed, and although he tested negative, they wanted to be extra cautious. Don't blame them when the pay-per-view is on the horizon. Big facts. Yeah, and Chris Maloney also confirmed it. Thank you. Chris was actually first, so thank you, Chris. Yeah. Johnny Hungry was so flippin' funny. So, Dark Order. Silver Colt and 10, Preston Vance versus Cody and the Gun Club. Yo, listen. Derek, your notes suck. Yo, what is this? Yo, Derek's notes suck for this match. It was a 6-man tag. Derek, for some reason, has not been feeling the 6-man tags.
I hate the 6-man tags, dude.
Just too much shit going on.
It's just too much. I can't do it.
So, listen. Austin Gunn wins with the quick draw. If you've never seen it, it's a hip toss into a neck breaker. It's a thing of beauty. Billy Gunn used to do it. I think it was called the One and Only or something. I don't know
Something
if that
like
was.
that.
He had a sweet name for it. I think maybe it was a quick draw for him too. When he was the one Billy Gunn, he used to do that shit. And Austin Gunn hits it with smoothness. Austin Gunn looked big in this match. Like he looked swole. Like he's been working out.
Told you, bro.
Billy looked good in this match too. How old is Billy Gunn?
Billy's got to be like 55.
I don't know, bro. He's in his 50s. Billy Gunn was shredded, bro.
I'm about to look that up. Hold on, let me see.
Listen. Anyway, Austin Gunn picks up the win as he just recently joined the Team Nightmare. Pretty dope here. They get the win. We're not going to get too deep into this. Derek's looking up Billy Gunn's age.
57.
57. God, Billy Gunn, you are my hero, bro. Dude is a beast. Cody gets on the mic after the match, and he's looking at Darby. Darby sitting in the rafters like he's Sting and shit. And he's just like, yeah, they don't want me to be the face of TNT. It was on the car, actually, too, with the half-face paint and shit. They don't want me to be the face of TNT. Whatever. Cody says that he handpicked Darby, probably after one of those NEW events, because Darby was working a lot of those with Cody and everybody from AEW before AEW got started. Cody said, I picked you to be in this company. Don't give me like the BS that you weren't that you're not wanted around here. And he said, I have the ace belt in this company, and he holds up the TNT championship, and I like it. Cody cares about his championship. He's like, no, this is my belt. Holds it up, and he says, if you want it, you got to beat me. And I kind of like the promo. Cody showed fire tonight. Cody always does that, and I love his promos and his matches.
I mean, you could tell that you can feel the passion from Cody whenever he says anything. Even if it has nothing to do with wrestling somebody else. There's always passion and energy into it. And that, I think that, to me, in my opinion, I think that's what wrestling is missing right now. Nobody has that passion, that energy to put forth the effort to do something. Like,
I don't know. Chris said Cody did a promo after AEW went off the air. I'll have to check that out after this. 57, bruh, no excuses. Facts, April. BJ said when they teased rebranding Billy Gunn as Bill, it made him age instantly. Glad he's still Billy. Where's Brody Lee? Brody Lee took some time off after that devastating dog collar match with Cody. He's probably in shock that he lost the belt. Promo by Cody went off the air. As of this morning, I no longer have just one name. Whether Justin Roberts wants to say it or not, it feels really good to be Cody Rhodes again. Ooh. Okay, so he acknowledged the last name. Okay. As it was said earlier, layers. Y'all gotta quit giving Derek credit for stuff. All right.
Just saying, bro.
All right. And Derek wrote not the ace, bitch. Thank you. Great notes, Derek. Austin Gunn wins with a quick draw, not the ace, bitch.
Listen, I don't need to tell you anything about a 6-man tag match except that it is sloppy.
Yo, chill. 6-man tag matches can be fun. It just depends on how you do them. So I think sometimes they do overdo the multi-man matches when it comes to AEW, but not mad.
All jokes aside, though, it was a basic match. There wasn't anything that struck me until that happened.
All right, live chat. Here's what we're about to do right now. I want to know in the chat, was this show a thumbs up or a thumbs down? There's no thumbs in the middle, no bullshit. Was it a thumbs up?
I give it a thumbs up.
I do too. Or was it a thumbs down show? And are you hyped for Full Gear?
Full Gear, I am.
So you're excited to watch the show?
I am, and I feel in my heart that Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin may steal the show.
Oh shit! Bold prediction from Derek.
May steal the show.
Tiff said she didn't care for the main event. Okay. B-Boy Skyline said thumbs up. Beating Faces said thumbs up. Ray said thumbs up. Thumbs up. 9 out of 10 for me. Jesus said. Chris Maloney thumbs up. B-Boy Skyline says I am hyped. I can respect it. I am hyped for Full Gear. Look and see, people are ready for this show, man. 3 questions for you and Derek. You better make them quick, Jesus. Throw them in here. Let's bring it on real quick. Sean Harrington says Strong Show did what it needed to get you hyped for Full Gear. Pun intended. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you being a mod in the chat as well. Thumbs up, Ben hype. This didn't take anything from the hype, but only added to it. Slight hype on some of the matches for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Zeus, throw your 3 questions in. Real quick, guys, I want to let you know that we did break some news on the Everything Pro Wrestling Twitter handle at EPW Show this week. We were the first ones, I'm taking credit for this, to find out about the AEW video game. I accidentally stumbled upon it in a search for the AEW game's name, and I said, you know what, let me check all these other places. I checked Reddit, I went on Facebook first, and I happened to type it in. I was like, yo, why is there a page? And why is there an announcement of a screenshot? And I said, let me take this. Took the screenshot, checked with some of my sources in the industry, and it looked like it was legit. Everybody said, like, hey, yeah, it looks legit. So we put it up, and everybody was shocked to find out that we're going to hear some announcement about the AEW video game on Tuesday. I'm kind of hyped for it. I think I'm going to go live afterwards for a minute. So if you guys want to talk about it, I'm a big video game fan. I like to talk about it, so...
I think you should go live with that.
Yeah, even if it's for a few minutes, I just kind of want to talk about the video game, man. So we'll definitely be live afterwards for it, just talking about it if you guys want to join us for that.
Wow, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now that I think about that, that's perfect timing.
What, the video game?
With the new next-gen systems coming out?
Yeah, see? You see it. You see it.
What?
First question, is there somebody on Dark that you would like to see get signed soon? Oh, lordy.
I want Austin Gunn.
He's signed. He's on.
But he ain't on.
Oh, no. You want to see him on TV more?
I want to see him on TV.
Okay. I can go with that. I'm going to say Shawn Dean. Let's see Shawn Dean get signed. I think he's been appearing on the show long enough. I will put him down first.
I want, what's the big dude that fought Cage?
Who? Will Hobbs? Hobbs is signed.
Is he?
He's signed.
He officially signed.
Officially signed.
Okay.
They gave him his spot too. Okay. There's a bunch of new people kind of on there now.
I got to brush up on it, so I can't really speak on that.
Let me see here. Love to see EA Sports take on AEW. You know what?
No.
I've never, ever since Backstage Assault, EA should never touch another wrestling game again.
Listen, ever since NBA Live 2006.
BJ said Danny Jordan for him for his pick. That's another good solid pick. Shout out to the Burn Book. Jesus says, second question. Do we see a debut happen at Full Gear? I'm hearing we might, and if yes, who? Rob said Lee Johnson for his signed person. I don't know if we see a debut.
I see someone returning.
I'm down though. If anybody, you know what? Let Sting pop up and let Sting have like a Legends type of role. Maybe he holds up the belt for the main event or something, or he gets to sit ringside. Let Sting do something. I'll put Sting out there as the person.
I say Sting. If Sting comes back, he has to dub Darby Allin.
And Beating Faces said Johnson signed. See, there's people signed everywhere, man. I'm telling you. Okay.
I want to see Sting knight Darby Allin.
What do you mean by that? With the bat?
With the bat, yeah.
I want to see Sting crack him one time. Scorpion Death Drop. A lot of people are saying Sting to AEW. Tiff said I don't know what that one was for. Tessa Blanchard at Full Gear.
No.
I don't know, dude. Tessa's kind of... She's out there for me right now, like, as far as do you want to sign? She's been a risk lately, even without all the other BS that comes with her from behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't know, though. Third question, sleeper match at Full Gear for you guys. Ooh, sleeper match.
All right, so go over the card real quick again.
You're going to make me do work, bro?
Yeah, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, this is some hot garbage here. Let me see here if I can... get the card up real quick. Shout out to Wrestling Inc., who I always use for my cards here. So we've got AEW World Championship, Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston. AEW Women's Championship, Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero. AEW TNT Championship, Cody with Arn Anderson versus Darby Allin. AEW World Tag Team Championship, FTR with Tully Blanchard versus the Bucks. If the Bucks lose, they will never challenge for the titles again. Tournament Finals, Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page. Winner receives a future AEW World title shot. The Elite Deletion, Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. Chris Jericho versus MJF. If MJF wins, he can join the Inner Circle. Orange Cassidy versus John Silver. NWA Women's World Championship. My Steeler match is going to be Orange Cassidy, John Silver.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm gonna go with that one for it. And my secondary one would probably be either the Elite Deletion or NWA Women's Championship match. I'm gonna say it. Ooh, see, some people I didn't even look. Let's see here. OC John Silver, Nyla versus Sheeta. Oh, he yawned at that. You guys have a good night. I will see you tomorrow at the round table. All right, BJ, thank you for joining us. We're about to end this bad boy in 2 seconds here. I just hope Hardy doesn't get hurt again. Yeah, they got to be very careful with the spots, but I think it's going to be a cinematic match at his house, personally. Elena Black. I haven't seen her yet, Jesus. I don't think I have. Maybe I'd have. Yes, I agree with the ace. Yes, Elena Black, Jesus De Leon. Gimme. Okay. All right. So we've answered the questions. It's time. Tomorrow, roundtable, 8 p.m. Join us. We're going to be talking our predictions for AEW Full Gear. Also throwing in some other questions in there. Other than that, bro, I don't think we have anything else. We'll do that. Video game next week. We're going to be talking a lot of AEW recently. I've got an interview coming up. I know I've been promising this other video. The moment I get a chance to just sit down and record, I promise you I will. Things have been tough, man. But I appreciate you guys being in here. Shout out to the No Holds Barred crew who were in here. They held it down in the chat tonight with Jesus, Rob, Ace, Sean Harrington, B-Boy Skyline. Anybody who's in the chat, thank you guys. I appreciate you and I love you guys. This is it for Everything Pro Wrestling. Join us tomorrow when we talk about AEW Full Gear preview and predictions with a roundtable. For myself, for Derek, we are out. Peace.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.
What's going on, EPW Nation? It's your boys from the Everything College Basketball Podcast, Josh and Peyton, here to remind you all that college basketball season is right around the corner. Yes, we finally know it's right around the corner, and Peyton, there's only one place people should go for all the college basketball excitement.
Well, Josh, the only place to find all college basketball hoops all the time is Everything College Basketball. Everything College Basketball can be listened to on several podcast hosting sites like Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. And we can also be found on our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Everything College Basketball.
Yes, make sure you are joining the group with a couple other 100 people and growing by the day as we march into year number 3 of the Everything College Basketball networking system. Now, let's get back to Conrad and Everything Pro Wrestling.
Are you looking for the newest and hottest in the world of pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 6,000 hours of the best events from over 150 of your favorite promotions from 20 different countries around the globe. Brands like Progress Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, Combat Zone, Defy, PCW Ultra, PWX, Over the Top, Shine, and hundreds of others with fresh content added every day for only $5.99 per month. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
What's going on, Everything Pro Wrestling listeners? It's your boy Jesse Carter over at the Pro Wrestling Shoot podcast, where we run special interviews with independent wrestlers, also former WWE and TNA stars. Pretty soon we're going to be having the Matt Sydal episode drop, so you need to come and check that out. And you can find us over on anchor.fm/the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Also, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts. The show also covers reviews from old and current events such as pay-per-views, AEW, WWE, whatever you're into nowadays, we will be covering reviews on that. We also have a little bit of music artists join us on the Pro Wrestling Shoot, also dive into belt collecting and hobbies of all kind. So yeah, as soon as you are finished with everything pro wrestling, why don't you come on over and check it out and tell us what you think. You can follow our Facebook page at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. We are also on Twitter at Carter Inc. That is CARDER INC. Also Instagram at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. You can also find us on YouTube and Twitch. Coming soon, we will be doing live streams of the show on YouTube at the Pro Wrestling Shoot, and same with Twitch at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. All right, Conrad, back to you, and hope you all enjoy the rest of the episode from Everything Pro Wrestling.